And last but not least, the final law of the bedroom, number 153. Customize what you have learned inside laws of the bedroom. I want you to add anything and everything that I've said herein to your own life and living it. You don't have to take and use everything I've said, just the stuff that works for you. I know it works for me. And I've seen how these techniques and these suggestions and unique approaches to lovemaking and pleasing a woman, I've also seen and heard how they've helped other men. No question. But just add anything and everything that, I've said here and just add it to your own life and living it. Also, remember, practice makes perfect. The more you do, the better you become for her and for you. I personally can attest, because I wrote this book, and I wrote it in like 3 months, 90 days, 300 pages, chock full of all this material. This stuff was ingrained in me, even when I wrote it. And I'm trying to remember how old I was when I wrote it. 26? 30? I don't know, I forgot. But the point is, practice makes perfect. The more you do, the more you implement these laws, and then you see the responses. You see her as she just comes undone. You see the benefits. You're like, okay, Bart was right. That was a good tip. I'm going to implement that more and more. I'm going to practice. Do what he says. Practice makes perfect. Yes. Also, less is sometimes more. Don't think you have to do everything that everybody else is doing. Do what you and your honey want. Enjoy the simpler things in life. You deserve them. You both do. Avoid going to extremes. And remember, less is sometimes more. You don't have to implement all of the laws of the bedroom. Pick 3. Pick 5 this month. And then next month, 3 more. Take on a little bit at a time. How do you eat a watermelon? 1 bite at a time. All right. Hey, loving is not just physical. It's emotional, psychological, and spiritual, combined to form the ultimate of unions between a man and a woman. Be a leader. Be the man you were born to be. Guide, lead, suggest. Take care, take responsibility. Take care of her and her environment. Take responsibility. No complaints, no excuses. And don't let her complain either and give excuses. Excuses and complaining is just not allowed in laws of the bedroom. Hey, get creative. I want you to read other books, watch movies, all kinds, romantic, drama, comedy, the classics. Observe closely what you hear, how you feel when you see these movies, how they acted, behaved, spoke to each other. Put into practice what makes sense to you and your nature. Always be adding to your romantic, lovemaking self for her. Maybe you have to force watch a number of romantic comedies that you never did before. Maybe it just wasn't your forte. You didn't really find them interesting, but try. They're actually kind of funny. Corny, but funny. Work out physically, working out. Work out like a monster. Start getting yourself in great shape for loving your gal in ways you only could, when you were younger. Follow my diet tips, my workout routine for quick results. In no time at all, you'll see change, experience more strength and stamina as a result of following my personal tiny little workout program and diet plans that make sense and produce the results that you need. The right dieting can help eliminate that gut. And then the right kind of cardio and strength training, swimming, running, walking, hiking, biking, any of that stuff. Pick one, pick them all. Do a little bit each week, You've got to get physical. You've got to get in shape. Don't let your body fall apart. Here's the thing with me. I am, and I'll just kind of say it like this. I am scared of what I'm going to be like when I'm 80, 70, 60, 50. I want to make sure that I pay it forward. I'm going to work out like a monster today so that tomorrow, it's not so hard to work out. Or I've got that metabolism still burning. I've got the body still burning. The muscles are still strong. I'm probably, cross my fingers, knock on wood. Hey, if I live to be 120, I wouldn't doubt it. Only because of that fire in me and that energy and the workings out and everything. So, guys, work out like a monster. You probably spent many days, weeks, months chowing down on your favorite foods and some junk food in there and some sweets, maybe drinking some drinks, some beers, maybe too many. You did it, okay? You spoiled yourself, okay? You had dessert for dinner like for 6 months in a row. You spoiled yourself. Those days are over. You got to pay the fiddler now. So just say to yourself, during the week, Monday through Friday, I will eat right, eat light, and work out. On the weekends, usually one day out of that weekend, I can splurge and I can spoil myself. Not too much, but I will definitely treat myself. Because, hey, what's life without treats, right? All right, good. All right. Cultivate the new you with music in the car, in the home, while you're out and about, while you work out. Just earlier, I was working out. I sometimes work out twice a day because I'm working out like a monster. But I was working out, and I swear, I hope like nobody ever sees me when I work out, and usually I work out at home, so nobody does see me. The door's closed and everything. The point is I am rocking out. You talk about cultivating yourself with music, and I'm a big, big, big rock fan. Rock, heavy metal, hard rock, classic rock. I like the pop stuff, 80s music, I like it all. Just yesterday, I was working out on my ski machine, and I was listening to only flamenco Latin guitar, I think I was listening to Gypsy Kings and Rodriguez and Gabriela, that just tremendous flamenco music. Oh, it's just so amazing. But then the next day, like just tonight, earlier, I was listening to some hard rock band and some screamer. Yeah, he actually was screaming. The vocalist just belting out all of these vocals with as much power and force that his vocals could deliver. And they were high. They were high. And then you break into those guitar solos and you're just kicking butt, like just attitude, building and cultivating attitude. Attitude is sexy. Women love men with attitude. Listen to all the music that you can that constantly keeps you in that state of great attitude for yourself. And then love and romance and excitement, thrill and danger, that bad boy syndrome, and more. So have an eclectic variety of music you listen to. I have my heavy metal, my hard rock, my hair bands from the 80s. I've got my pop rock. I've got my country. I've got my classical rock. I've got techno. I've got flamenco guitar. I've got my space ambient music. I got a big collection. And I only want lyrics going into my brain that are positive. I don't want any negative stuff. I don't want any derogatory messages against women. I just know that kind of garbage is where that belongs, in the garbage. So if you know the kind of music I'm talking about, then you know that it belongs in the garbage. All right, enough on that. Hey, listen, this last little cool tip about customizing what you have learned in Laws of the Bedroom. Develop your own mind to match the thinking and harmony of that with your honey doll, your honey gal. Do all that you can to find similarities and common interests and loving chemistry in all the things that you do together. Each of you should be able to predict one another's moves, thoughts, actions, and when you move, she moves, and vice versa. You both truly will become, and if you aren't already, one together. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes Laws of the Bedroom, What Women Want Inside and Outside of the Bedroom by Bart Smith. Oh, that's me. Hey, feel free to comment about this book, about what you've heard in the comment sections below. Talk to each other. Communicate. If somebody drops a comment that resonates with you, comment back at them. Guys and gals, we're in this together. We're on this planet together. And we're only here for a short period of time. We've got to help each other. We've got to share what works, what doesn't work. If you see somebody that made a nice comment, and I see it all the time. People do. They already do. Like, hey, me too. Yeah. Oh, I can relate. That happened to me. And just keep your comments just so on par with laws of the bedroom. Make them positive. And you definitely can tell a story that might be personal to you. That's all right. And hopefully the community will support and understand maybe what you went through and stuff like that. But do know that the end goal for all of us, as it's been said, no one was kind of born to live and be alone. And I know that some people like to be alone. Some people are alone. Some people don't know how to socialize that well, or opportunities to meet people don't often come by as often as they used to when they were in school or they worked at a company. Maybe they're solopreneurs right now and they work for themselves. So, guys, if you're ever going to go out on a date for the first time, or guys, if you're in a relationship or you're married, I would say to you, order this book. Get it off of, Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever. Just get this book delivered to your house. You've already heard the audio. I want you to have it in your hand to read. Reading with the eyes and listening with the ears. You take in information differently. And here's the thing though, guys, because I tell you what, you go find yourself a little place in the living room or on the bed or something, and you just kind of read this book, and you let her stumble upon you saying, hey, honey, what you doing? Oh, I'm just reading this book here that I just ordered. Oh, what is it? Well, come here. I want to tell you about it. Before I tell you about the book, I just want to tell you something, honey. I just want to tell you that I am the luckiest guy alive, and I'm so glad you picked me. And guys who are single out there, just listen to this language in this conversation, because it's going to be you one day. And I'll even give you a little conversational tip after this, but I just wanted to tell you that you mean everything to me. And this book is called Laws of the Bedroom, What Women Want Inside and Outside of the Bedroom. And I've heard great things about it. I've heard parts of the audio. And honey, I am dedicated to reading this book, going through it, cherry picking some things that I like that I can do to you to help improve our relationship so you just get more out of being with me, because I want to dedicate my life to you. Guys, she's going to be looking at you with her jaw dropped like, oh my God, honey, okay, I accept. I do. Well, that's what you said when we got married. Yeah, I do. Yes. So I just want you to know that you mean the world to me, and I'm going to do little things to improve our relationship. And by the way, it's inside and outside of the bedroom. So, we'll have fun. It's just not mental or verbal or, psychological. It's actually also physical too, honey. So I'm going to be doing some things to you and for you, and introducing things to you and asking you what you would like done to you. And I'm going to be checking in on your happiness and how did you do? What did you like most? And you turned me on, and I'm getting turned on to please you and be the best man that I can for you. What do you think about that? Oh my God, you're serious? Yes, I am. I'm speechless. I think that I love what I hear. I've often wondered what you thought about us and me and you, and I know, we're good to each other, but I still don't, I can't read minds. And for you to say this stuff, wow, I'm getting kind of turned on. It's very sexy, because you're showing me the desire that you have for me. And that means a lot. Come here, give me a hug. I mean, guys, that's the kind of dialogue that happens when you implement the laws of the bedroom. That's what happens. So guys who are single out there, who want that kind of relationship, that kind of fulfillment, go order this book. And all you got to do, I'm not really like a pet person like cats or dogs. I love them. I think they're great, but I'm kind of busy and I don't really have the time to take care of them. But they say, if you want to meet women, get a dog and go walking. And I get that. That's actually a really good It's a really good, activity. Some guys don't have dogs, or, you can't have dogs. Maybe where you live, you can't have pets. But here's the thing, though. What you want to do is you want to buy this book and keep it on your person. Keep it with you. Bring it everywhere you go. And for example, let's say, just for example, you went to a speed dating event. Like speed dating, you change chairs and, you meet new women. Or you go to a singles event or whatever, okay, or you go to a party, okay? All you do is just hold this book in your hand and just pretend like, well, I have it because I'm going to be reading a little bit later, or I'm reading this book right now, and if I ever get some downtime, like between this or that or conversations, I pick it up and I read out of the book, and I just read little bits. It's a really good book. Oh my God, the book is so good. Well, and let's say there are some women there, like, well, I've never heard that book. Let me look at it. Oh my word. Oh, this looks really good. What women want inside and outside of the bedroom. Oh, I want to know what this guy says. Oh, hey, tell you what. Let's, I have to refill my drink. Let's go over to the bar real quick. Let me get this. And here, we'll go find a table and I'll read to you. And we'll thumb through the table of contents and you pick something that looks appealing and I'll read it to you. Oh, that sounds great. Because guess what? All the conversation in that party is probably boring as heck. Everybody's trying to do all these pickup lines and all this BS. But no, you're an intellectual, okay? And you got this book in hand, and it piqued their interest. And I'll tell you something. I was at a party, and I think I mentioned it somewhere in this audio. If I didn't, or if I did, I'm sorry. I'm repeating myself. But it's probably good that I repeat myself. I was at a party, and I brought my blender and my concoction and my ingredients to make my world-famous party smoothie. Red grapes, pink lemonade concentrate, pineapple, ice, vodka. It's a killer party smoothie. I made 30 pitchers at a party once, okay? It puts wine bars. It turns wine bars into ghost towns. That's how good it is, okay? But the point is, I had a lot of people come to me, and some of them knew that I wrote Laws of the Bedroom, and I happen to have the book on me. Because when I go to parties, I bring the book just by my side. I don't bring any attention to it, but they say, "What's that?" I'm like, oh, this? Oh, it's a book I wrote about sex and pleasing a woman. Oh, really? And of course, you're at a party, so people are tipsy. And the whole concept is, I read to them. I said, would you guys like me to read to you? Come on, gather around. Here's your drink. Here's your drink. Here's your drink. I'm the Bart tender. Get it? Bart tender. Bart. Okay, never mind. And everyone was gathering around. There's about like 15 people. 3 here, 3 there, 3 there. They were kind of nestled, and it was good. Music wasn't too loud. I don't even think there was music on. So I could read, and everybody listened. And I read different sections, different parts. Oh my word. Couples were like holding each other tighter. Single people were like looking at other single people going, do you hear what this guy's talking about? And I've had couples like, the wife kind of, nudging the man. Hey, are you listening to this guy? Or another one, and I mentioned it earlier, I think it was the hotel checklist getaway checklist. And the woman was saying to the man, hey, take good notes. I want to do that, So anyhow, guys, the whole concept is develop your mind to match the thinking and harmony of your gal, your future gal. Cultivate it with Laws of the Bedroom. And I know for me, I've written like 20 plus books. Business, networking, motivation, relationship books, a cookbook, a book for prisoners, coming out. And of all the books I've written, this one particular book, Laws of the Bedroom, I hold it with the highest esteem because it literally brings the most joy to me in my personal life. I wrote all those other books to just, hey, here's my 2 cents on this topic. I hope it helps, But Laws of the Bedroom, yes, I wrote it for everybody else. Hey, here's a book, great content. But it's the one book that I utilize for myself that literally brings me the most joy and happiness in my life. If the world went to heck in a handbasket, I really wouldn't care because I was born into it and I'll die in it. You know what I'm saying about that, Wars have been going on before us and they'll continue after us, whatever. Just kind of avoid the bombings. And God bless our military who goes and does what they do. They love it. I got a friend of mine, he's retired military, Marines. He loved it. It was his thrill. He loved it. rock and roll. Everybody has their gifts. We got to exercise them. So, hey, comment in the comment section below. If you want to reach out to me, you can. Give it a shot. I'll see if I can respond back. It's a crazy world out there. We're living our lives and, trying to have some fun and squeeze in some really great sex. And, I'm really appreciative. In fact, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you listened to this audio and you got to this part. You made it to this distance, this far. You made it this far to the very end. I'm grateful. And again, drop a line in the chat box and let me know what you think, and I'll respond as best I can. And at this point, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for listening. And I hope Laws of the Bedroom helps you and brings you joy and happiness and memories, just like it has me. Yeah. Anyhow, thank you so much. And I hope our paths cross. And if they don't, I wish you the best in life. But I hope our paths cross and we can meet each other and shake hands and say hello and tell me a story. I'm going to be turning this on you. I'm going to say, hey, so what jumped out? What was your favorite part? What happened? I'm going to be inquiring about you. I'm going to be putting you first when we meet, So I'm already implementing the laws of the bedroom on you before I even meet you. So on that note, I wish you the best. And again, feel free to drop me a line. I'll comment if I can, and we'll go from there. Thank you.